Hello everybody, BrioS here, and today I have for you one of the mechs you could redeem from the CompQ kickoff event. And right at the end of the event, there's a challenge that requires you to get 3 wins in 5 different maps, including Rubelite Oasis and Lutean. And getting those maps is a challenge, and getting 3 wins in them is a bigger challenge. But you still have about 7 days as of this recording, and good luck with that. But if you're lucky enough to complete the event, you could redeem this mech for free. It's an 80-ton Inner-Sphere Assault mech, and it's the Charger 1A1, bracket CS for Championship Series, and it gives you a 30% seeable bonus along with this unique pattern here. And I do like the Charger 1A1. It's not the strongest mech, and I will admit the build I'm sharing with you is one of my favorite builds, but honestly, I actually rate the stock build with binaries and smalls higher than this in terms of performance. But this is fun, and well, it still performs well as you can see from the gameplay. It's not top tier, but effective. And what build am I running? Well, I'm running a staring build, and that's the biggest flaw of this. For you to be fully effective, you need to keep staring at the enemy, and that's because you have 3 large pulse lasers and 4 small lasers. It's lots of DPS, very high DPS. Yeah, but staring at the enemy is quite bad, so you gotta manage the staring and your windows of opportunity, and if you do it well, it's still an effective mech. But then again, you do anything well, it's effective. It does have 20 double heatsinks, and I added a T-Com Mark 1, which you could sacrifice for an additional heatsink for 21 double heatsinks, but I like the range boost of 5% for the energy weapons, and it helps quite a lot with this build. With an XL380 engine, it moves at 84.6 kph with the boost from the quirks, and that's pretty sweet. In fact, it has got quite a lot of leg armor. If you really wanted to, there's some modifications you can do to this build. I did mount my X-Pulse lasers in the side torsos, but on hindsight, if I remove one of the small lasers and put the large X-Pulse lasers on the left side, this build is actually better because you can left peek better with the 3 large X-Pulse lasers, minimizing your exposure while having your main weapons able to deal firepower onto the enemy. And I think I'll save it like this. But the build you'll see in the gameplay video is based on the large X-Pulse lasers in the side torsos. And yeah, honestly, I rate the binary lasers better, like I said, but this is also fun. And sometimes fun is more important. Fun and effective, that is. If you look at the quirks here, I actually shared this build quite some time back. Since then, it had got a heat nerf, and the heat is now only 5%, down by about 5 to 10%, I can't really remember, and that's a big difference for this mech. So it does get a heat reduction of 5%, which is a bit, yeah, kind of affects it quite a lot, but never mind, still effective. It does get a small laser cooldown and a small laser range buff of 65% cooldown negative and 65% range, making this a pretty decent small laser build. The multiple 7 small laser build is also good on this build, but at higher tiers, I prefer a few big guns on it to help with the range and allow you to trade better. It gets a lot of armor quirks here, but the problem with this mech is that the center torso is really huge, and that's why I run an XL engine, because it's rather XL friendly, above average, because most of the fire just falls into that massive center torso, which gets a 25 armor boost, the side torsos get 20, and the limbs get 15, but most of the time you just die by center torso. That makes it rather XL safe, like I said. Mech top speed of 10%, allowing you in this build with the 380 engine to reach a speed of 84.8, or 6 rather, which is still decent. So anyway, let's get down to the skills. For this staring build, most important are the 4 laser duration nodes that actually improves the fire rate of the large X-Pulse lasers by quite a lot, and also to boost the fire rate of all the weapons, I have max cooldown. Additional 12%, so the small lasers actually fire with a 77% cooldown reduction. Pretty darn fast. 15% range from the range nodes, and heat gen nodes gives you 10.5% reduction in heat. Combined with the heat reduction general quirk, it's 15.5%, but this is a really hot build. And a bit of advice, try not to stare too much, manage your staring and the need to take cover, trade well, simply put, and also watch the heat, because it's really easy to overheat on this mech. And talking about overheating, let's go on to survival. I will actually recommend overheat damage, but I don't have enough nodes, so I'll just manage my heat better and don't use this, because I feel sometimes this is just you're hoping to fail, and this is just to reduce your failing, so best is just not to fail. Moving on to the actual nodes here, I've got all except 2 skeletal density, that's 8 nodes of skeletal density. allowing you to improve your structure by 26.4, allowing you to soak more heat damage, soak more damage coming in. But most important is an 18% increase in the armor from all these 10 nodes here. That gives you a lot of armor, and you will need it because you'll stare at the enemy, and your center torso is literally this whole area here. In fact, if I go back to MechLab, you can see that with this front loaded, I have 145 points of armor in the CT and 102 in the side torsos. At lower tiers where they can't aim, it's really decent. Upper tiers, be careful. All damage flies into your center torso. In terms of operations, 5 nodes of cool run for 10% heat dissipation buff. And I got 5 nodes of heat containment with 20 double heat sinks. This is quite a useful amount because it allows you to fire your X pulses and your small lasers just a bit more before you need to cool down. And by the way, this build is heat neutral if you're just firing the 4 smalls, but better than nothing. But it's really not much firepower for smalls. Seismic is always useful, so 2 nodes of seismic. I did not get rid of deprivation because I needed the skill points, but it's always useful. And for this particular build, I'm running all the cooldown nodes. 6 nodes to get the cool shot, additional cool shot, and the cool shot cooldown so you can fire the second cool shot faster. Because the biggest enemy, the second biggest enemy is actually yourself in this mech. And 1 node of advanced zoom because I like to zoom in, you don't really need it, but it's useful. I just made new specs, so it shows you I need all the help I can get. So that's it. That's the Charger 1A1 Championship Series build. Staring large X pulse and smalls for a lot of DPS. It's a DPS build, and honestly, like I said, I rate the stock build with binaries and spalls actually better than this. But hey, it's effective and it's fun, like I said a bazillion times. So now let's get on to the gameplay and I'll show you this boy in action. Let's go. And here we are on Grim Plexus for the very first showcase match. And this match was pretty interesting, at least to me, so I thought I'll share it. And that's because it's skirmish and we started on the southwestern corner. Most of the time we go on hotel line, going past gas station, and assaulting them around Gulf 7. But Alpha Lance decided to go wide, try to hit the Gulf 9 snipers, and there were snipers there, that's a common spot. Hit them from their flanks, their left flank that is, with our main force moving along hotel line to fight with them. But of course, nothing really works as it meant to be in quick play. Team took a bit of damage. Oh no, snipers were getting sniped to death when it's just 1 or 2 snipers, and then we had like 3 or 4 assaults. Yeah, but passiveness is always a problem. So thankfully our Alpha Lance did pretty well. Managed to flank them. The main force, slow as they were, passive as they were, actually ultimately baited the enemy team. And the enemy team left a good defensive position to charge down Bravo and Charlie Lance, allowing Alpha Lance to do lots of work. So with that being said, we have some context, enjoy the match. As you can see from the minimap, our assaults in Bravo Charlie Lance are more or less stuck in India 8. They are afraid.
I'll try to cover you as you make your way this way. You can cut towards Hotel 8 now, guys. You can cut towards Hotel 8. Go Hotel 8, Golf 8.
Which is entirely true. And by the way, I forgot to mention, Root Boy was calling this match. So kudos to Root Boy for taking command. At this point, I'm not fully committing. I may have lots of armor and
their main body's G7.
yeah,
G8.
but if I move up,
Thank you.
they'll just turn on and murder. So Alpha Lance is being a bit careful here. I'm gonna pick this corner slowly.
Multiple mechs, G8.
Yeah, they're covering this corner. So taking turns with our friendly, keep dropping strikes on the Gulf 8. Save the strikes for Gulf 8, please. With our friendly summoner to shoot those in Gulf 8. Try not to peek around the corner too much, being a bit more defensive here. This Warhammer is kinda distracted.
Keep right side.
So this is where the DPS of this mech shines.
Marauder.
Managed to open up quite a bit.
Come on, address.
Enemy team is very focused
legs,
on the assaults in Hotel 8. The idea is Gulf 9 not to draw too much aggro. Thankfully Alpha Lance are pretty competent. Enemy team, as you can see, are quite oblivious.
Come on, guys.
Yep, they're pushing Hotel 8. I don't have enough range, so I'm gonna join the bunch. Yeah, I'm gonna join the Gulf 8 bunch here. We need to avoid the fire from... They're pushing Hotel 8 really hard now. To avoid those in Gulf 8. So 4 of us are just taking cover behind this hill. And this charger noticed us.
Bravo.
Oh, but yeah.
Those in Golf 9, let's do Golf 8. Watch out
So
for the
that's a
Stone Rhino
Delta.
Delta.
So basically, you want to fight in situations in your favor. So you just wait for them to come around the corner. To be fair to Bravo and Charlie Lance, they are holding really well at India 8. You can tell there's no comms on the other side.
Thanks, Root. Golf 8, 1 assault.
The Charger noticed us, the Stone Rhino noticed
Dire.
us, the Direwolf with Lerms, there it is, noticed us. But look at
you
the
have
Going for
minimap.
Kilo now. Yeah, let's all push Kilo. All 4 of
On
us.
Kilo.
Yeah, look at the minimap.
Left
Things
side
just
first.
blazing through Hotel 8.
Don't alpha me, please.
At this point, I noticed
Right side
that,
of the
and a call is made to push Longbow in his Marauder 2 CD.
Get that Marauder down, guys. Come on.
So
Alright.
he goes
One
down,
more.
Foxtrot turns around,
On Fox
enemy
right
team
side.
at this point is flanked, and I'm just pulling back to cooldown.
New target acquired.
Yeah, let's go for the Jaeger. All or nothing.
Alpha City 1 dash.
Foxtrot.
This Jaeger is screwed.
New target acquired.
Enemy team is pushed straight into our Bravo and Charlie Lance.
Kill Golf 7.
UAV over
Kill the
Golf
Dire.
8.
And then we regroup. Golf 7.
So at this point, I give some
Kill
advice.
Golf 7.
Kill the
Run before they come
isolated.
back.
New target.
Yeah, kill the isolated Dire, get a
Run.
1 mech advantage,
Yeah, kill the
And then-
Dire, then regroup on his position.
and
Lurk
then play
is 408.
defensive. Golf 7. That will force the enemy team to walk
408
across
are pushing
Hotel
towards
8,
Golf
which
8.
is a killing field.
Oh, they're gonna come back for sure.
Yeah, look at the minimap.
Gotta
They're
kill the
coming
Dire
back.
A lot
fast.
of,
Yeah. Turn around, defend.
a lot of ATMs.
Hold
guys.
targets.
A lot of ATMs on them.
Simple call. There it is. That's the killing field, Hotel 8.
Corsair right torso. I'm gonna defend at
Hotel
Golf 8.
City active proof.
So enemy took the bait, and here I got stuck in terrain, because I'm clumsy. Enemy took the bait, pushing into Hotel 8, and turning around, walking across the open one by one, as we hold the high ground in Golf 7. This guy is aggroed on our heavy in Fox 8. Just
On
W all the way,
India.
oblivious to fire,
Shut down.
soaking some heat damage,
Need help with hotel.
because I really wanted Hotel. Yep. And with that final shot,
Thank you.
I get him.
I'm overheating like mad.
Acquired.
India Nix.
And with that,
That's it.
New target.
it's 11-6. As I was dealing with the Arctic
Right
Wolf,
side on
our
Shadow.
team rained fire from the high ground Golf 7, as the enemy team potatoed into Golf 8 and just got Hotel 8 rather, and just got massacred. So that's a pretty interesting match, with most of the team not willing to move from cover to cover and take a bit of fire, trading armor for better positioning, but Alpha Lance did well. Good management of aggro and baiting the enemy. 7-5 damage, 3 kills, 2 solo. Alpha Lance getting 10 kills, me with 5-5 match score. And from Grim Plexus, we now move to Canyon Network Domination. We actually got the weakest spawn at Fox 4 on the southern side. And with that being said, I'm going to move along the right side, the NASCAR way, towards the main fighting point at Delta 5. Maybe hold it as make some calls and hopefully get some support from the team. By the way, I forgot to mention, this match and last match, I was dropping solo. So letting the friendly Cicada move forward and draw some fire and spot the enemy. Outside optimal range against that Victor,
Acquired.
but hoping the Cicada will not die too early, draw some aggro, and then I'll hold the spot as the 4 assaults, if you look at the minimap, come up to
Yeah,
support
we're
me.
doing Charlie 4, Charlie 5.
Oh, that's what I dream. We all wish they support, eh? So even though you're called a charger, you don't have to charge through. Just hold corners, overwatch points like this, hoping for the fleet to come through.
New target acquired.
I rather trade
5.
corner pick with my left side because I have more weapons on my left side. So this is called corner peeking, and you should evaluate your gameplay. If you're corner picking more often like this, using your right side, you should put the 3 large expulsors on the right side.
Target acquired.
Always check what your teammates are doing. As you can see, most of our assaults are facing Delta 4. doesn't mean they're not supporting. It means there are quite a few mechs in Delta 4. Being an assault, I gotta support
They're
the
pushing the
lights and the medium, which are pushing Charlie 5 or trading against Charlie 5.
New
Spending a bit of time to get a better position, assess the situation. Like this enforcer,
target destroyed.
not paying attention, and being a DPS build, Fairview Hotel in trouble. Right side. The more you stare, the more damage you do.
Acquired.
But staring at mechs like this Fairview is gonna be a bad idea.
Acquired.
Enemy UAV goes up. He's on the run. He failed his morale.
Shut down.
Soaking a bit of heat
Pushing.
damage.
Delta 4 hill.
Like I said, this build is actually really hot.
Oh, they're very
Especially
heavy
after
Delta
the
4,
heat
Delta
nerf
3
some
actually.
months back. So managing your cover like what I'm doing here is really important. Don't peek from the same spot too often. Left, then from the right, then from the left again. That's a bull shark. Quick check, yep, it's a railgun bull shark. Nope. Gonna nope and join the XM on the left side. So I'm actually just holding this hill, which is a strong spot. The Delta 5 hill. With at least 2 assaults. There's never any real need to rush all the time. Trading well is more important. And you have to see where your friends are shooting. So with nothing much happening, 3 assaults with me, 1 assault in Delta 4. It's time to support the Charlie 4 probe. Warlock Alpha, right leg. Yeah, got it. Good one. I think this medium, what is this? Shadhawk 2C. That Warthog is
They're
a
in
bit too
Echo 4.
aggressive. 3-4. It's a really close match. With most of my weapons on my left side, I'm gonna favor peeking on the left side of this hill.
Target acquired.
Not doing much. Far outside optimal range. So doing half damage.
Thank you.
This Bane's
very
left
helpful.
torso is open. Seismic pops up. Allows me to notice this wolfhound. Spread the damage a bit by twisting fast.
Acquired.
This is where seismic is really useful. I know I have 2 lights around me. Assault staring at me.
Torso critical damage.
Me eating a railgun to the CT is always painful. And of course, with so much aggro, CT red and open, time to fall back. Gonna regroup at my assaults in Delta 5.
Acquired.
Maybe supporting the frontline fast movers at Charlie 4 was a bad idea.
Acquired.
But I'm not punished, so I'm lucky.
Target destroyed.
Oh, I got a kill.
5v5. 5v4.
7-8. Very 50-50 this match. In fact, I think the enemy team has the advantage. Because I'm one shot. A heavy metal with 3 large X-Pulse and AC5? And by the way, as I'm running away, I'm presenting my right side to the Charlie 4 side.
Destroyed.
Trying to shield my CT. So lots of movement.
Target acquired.
J-Rock, I think he's from CDU. Gets 1 more kill.
Weak left shoulder, Delta.
Acquired.
Good calls by the team. Calls like that is really useful. So I know the Delta left torso. We've lost the circle, but no big deal. Can always shoot people in a circle to stop cap.
Got a flee Charlie 4.
Enemy flea is pretty fresh. And there's a wolfhound running around.
New target acquired.
So pretty intense. Oh, bullshark! Wow, I'm not punished for that. I over-peaked, by the way. I deserve to die.
So 2 in Delta 4 low, 1 on the ramp, Charlie 4.
Seismic going off.
Acquired.
There it is. The
Nice.
bullshark goes
There's
down.
only 2 of them left. One is the flea, the other one is Charlie 4, I think.
This flea is caught out. Quite a few
Yeah,
missed shots by
Charlie
me.
4, Delta 3. Flea is open CT.
stopping periodically to use seismic. Nope, nothing so far. Oh, because he went the other way.
Last guy is Delta 4, Delta 3
Oh,
ramp.
got him. All that running around.
It's an incubus with beam lasers.
He was too aggro on the 2 assaults in Delta 4, ignoring me.
So there's, yeah,
Acquired.
Nope, it's a
right
wolf
by
hound.
the objective.
Left torso open. At this point, I was a bit too aggressive. I should have just stood back.
His left torso is weak.
But it's good to support, I suppose. And the game is mostly won.
Halved, good job.
Clan Wolfhound, 2
Open
beam
right leg.
lasers. He's 1v1 the Stone Rhino for a
Open
while,
CT.
and he gets him. Trying to shield my CT, but to no avail. CT of the Charger is really huge. 753, decent damage, 2 kills.
Airstrike online.
Then we see this. A pretty baby with 1 single light PPC against half a Wolfhound.
You went left.
You're saying Delta 5 area?
I was about to tell him I thought you had more weapons.
Yeah, you
but
ran
nope.
through the center.
This guy's reaction is a bit slow.
Right torso critical damage.
Mouse sensitivity is really high. By the way, always lower your mouse sensitivity as low as you can, incrementally over a few days. Otherwise, it's gonna hard to hit like this. Too much overcorrection like that. Wolfhound gets stuck in terrain, and this is where the Wolfhound screws up.
Nice and flagged, good job.
Just face hugging the awesome. Otherwise, the Wolfhound could have won.
Nicely done.
But games are not really always
Are
won
you
on
a,
skill,
XL
but depends on who
pretty
threw.
baby there, Grunty?
So let's take a
No,
look
it's
at the
Okay,
output
good,
for my Charger. So I kinda died too sillily. I shouldn't have moved in too early, but it's okay. 753 damage, 2 kills, and 519 match score. So that's it, ladies and gents, for this video on the Charger 1A1 CS version staring DPS build with the triple large expulsors and 4 smalls wrecking lots of damage but also generating lots of heat. Not entirely fully optimal, but as you can see, it still does well and it's really fun. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Till next time, chill and have a good day. Ciao.